So one of the, I'm going to introduce you to a word, and it's an important word in the practice of acupuncture, and that word is chi. Does anyone know? I can't see anybody's hands, but does anyone know what chi is? I don't see any activity. So
I muted them, so I think at this point,
yeah.
But explain what chi is. Yeah.
So qi is a big word in Chinese, and it doesn't really have a direct translation in English, but the best way that people describe qi is as energy. And when qi gets stuck, a lot of problems happen. So people get sick, or they feel depressed, or different kinds of things. So we want to keep our qi moving, because it's really important to staying healthy and feeling really good. So another reason why qi can stop moving can be because of bad feelings or emotions. So if you're ever feeling angry or sad or mad, it can make your qi not move around the way that you want to. So I'm going to show you some tools and techniques to get all of that moving and to get your feelings moving and all of that. So, all right, so let's begin. So get into your seats and sit up nice and tall, as if there's a string on the top of your head, pulling the top of your head up to the sky. And from this position, close your eyes. And now, feel your breath in your body. What that means is, notice what is moving when the breath goes in and out. So eyes are closed, and you're focusing your attention on where your breath is in your body. So pay attention to your chest. What happens when you breathe in to your chest? Does your chest get bigger? It should be getting bigger when you breathe in, and then when you breathe out, it goes down. So keep your eyes closed and see if you can notice that as you breathe in and out. Okay, and now let's pay attention to our belly when you breathe in and out. So still keeping your eyes closed, take a deep breath in and notice what happens to your belly when you breathe in. Does it go out, away from the rest of your tummy? It should. And then when you breathe out, the belly goes down. Hopefully you'll notice that you also simultaneously feel a little bit more calm after having done a few breaths and after having closed your eyes and focused inward. So part of the reason for this is because your qi is moving and your feelings are changing. So that calmness starts to wash over you. So now begin to open your eyes, and we're going to practice one of my favorite exercises. This is a great breathing exercise. So open your palms out in front of you, facing the sky. Now imagine that you can see your angry, mad feelings in your palms. They're sitting on top of your palms. Yeah. Now squeeze those feelings so hard in your fists, so tightly that they could pop. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now inhale deeply and hold your breath. Close your eyes, close your mouth really tight, squeeze everything, squeeze those feelings so hard. Every muscle is squeezed. Keep holding the breath, keep holding the breath, and then open and release everything all together. So that's called lion's breath, and we're gonna practice that one more time. So again, what you're gonna do is take all of those feelings that are bad, and like feelings like when you're mad or angry or stressed, and you're gonna squeeze them so hard that they have to change. And then when we let go, we're gonna open everything up wide. So the hands open wide, the eyes open wide, even the tongue goes out, all the way out and down, and then you'll look up at the sky. Ready to try it again? All right, everybody, take those feelings into your palms. Squeeze them, squeeze your eyes tight, squeeze everything tight. Inhale deeply and hold the breath. Keep holding the breath, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Everything is really, really, really tight. Keep squeezing, squeeze your eyes, and pop open, everything goes out. A lot of times that makes people laugh because it just moves so much of that chi and so many of those feelings. So it's a really, really fun and wonderful thing to practice. So that one is called lion's breath. So take a moment to sit back in your seat, close your eyes, and notice how you feel. Do you feel a little bit lighter? Do you feel kind of silly? Life is not meant to be serious all the time. So you can see how we changed our feelings just by using our breath. So now we're going to start to move our body a little bit more. You can open your eyes again. I'm going to show you some acupuncture points now, and we're going to integrate them into our yoga. So this point is called Ren 8, and Ren 8 is located at your belly button. Can you guys point to your belly button? Show me where it is. Yeah. So now we're going to focus on Ren 8, the belly button. And you're going to notice, remember when we were breathing in and out, you can feel how your belly button pushes out when you breathe in, and then it goes in when you breathe out. Try that. So when you inhale, your belly button pushes out. When you exhale, the belly button goes in. Okay, now we're going to start moving our bodies. So get onto your hands and your knees. So you're going to be in a tabletop position. So your wrists are right under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. So we're going to become two different animals with each breath. So I want you to keep your elbows straight so that your legs, your arms are straight, and your legs are going to stay right where they are. And the only thing that we're going to move is that point, Ren 8, the belly button. So the first thing that we're going to do is take the belly button down to the floor and lift the chin and the eyes up and inhale. And this is called cow pose, like the animal, cow. And then we're going to exhale and push the belly button up, all the way up and through, as if you can push it through to the sky. And then you're going to look at your belly button, and you should look like a Halloween cat. And this is called cat pose. So we'll continue doing that, inhaling and exhaling and becoming a different animal with each breath. So inhaling, the belly button goes down to the floor and you look up and become a cow. And then you exhale and the belly button pushes up to the sky. You look at your belly button and become a cat. And keep doing that. Keep moving with your breath and becoming a different animal. So now, what am I? I'm a cow. And then I push my belly button the other way and I'm a cat. So you guys keep doing that a few more times. Cat and cow. Make sure that you are in your tabletop position so that you're not laying all the way down. I'm trying to look at you guys.
They're doing it.
They're doing it, yeah. Good job, you guys. Okay, now come to a firm table position. So firm that you can balance a glass of water on your back. So you've got to have really strong table legs. So your arms have to be strong and your legs have to be really strong. And your back has to be really flat. You guys doing it? Okay. So now we're going to stabilize that point, Ren 8, the belly button, and we're going to find a balancing pose. So you're going to take one of your arms and lift it out in front of you. Yeah. Now take the opposite leg and bring it out behind you so that it's straight behind you. And you're gonna find it's a little bit of a challenge to hold this pose, so you wanna make sure to keep that belly button buttoned up tight towards your spine. Good. And release both the hand and the foot back down, or the leg back down. Now let's try the other side. Take the other arm that you didn't use last time and bring it out in front of you. And then take the opposite leg out behind you. Yeah, and then balance here. So you want to find that balance again from your belly button, from this core, and keep that water balancing and not tipping over, making you wet. Good, and then release back down. Hopefully that felt really a little challenging, but really good that you can find balance. So Ren 8 is a really great point to help build up more strength and build up more energy. So, all right. I wrote this whole thing out because I want to make sure I get everything. Okay. So yeah, so that is also a really good thing to practice when you want to feel more settled down and build strength and stability. So that's a great one. So now we're going to move into a few more standing poses, and we're going to really learn how to move energy when we have too much energy. So sometimes we want to run around, but we have to be quiet. And so we're going to learn how to move energy that's like really a lot up in our heads. So sometimes you can feel a headache, or or your face is really red, or you want to scream or something like that, and you just don't know what to do with all that energy that's up at the top of your head. So I'm going to teach you how to bring that down, and we're going to bring it down through our feet. So this point that we're using is called kidney 1. Yeah, I see some feet there. So kidney 1 is in the middle of the sole of your foot. So the sole of your foot is this part of your foot. And if you were to stand on your tippy toes, there's a point just under the part that would touch the ground, right in the middle. That's kidney 1. So you want to find kidney 1 and put your finger on it and push on it. So also, if you ever have a big headache or something like that, you'll push on this point really hard, and it'll help to bring the headache down. So, and it'll help to bring that chi and all of the feelings down to your feet. So we're going to do something first to open up the soles of your feet. And this can be a little painful, but I want you to try it anyway. So what you're going to do is come up onto your knees and bring your knees together. And then you're going to tuck your toes underneath. Can you see my toes tucked so that they're facing my knees? So my heels are up and they're together, and my toes are tucked under, and then you're going to sit down on your heels. That should feel crazy. It should feel really, really painful. That's pretty normal for it to feel pretty painful, but try to use your breath to breathe through that sensation. Keep holding it there. It's super owie, isn't it? It feels really, really weird. That's normal. Everybody feels that way. Okay, so come onto your hands and release, and then kick your feet onto the floor and let that energy out. So, that's another way to help you feel more calm and relaxed whenever you do that. Another way to move your feelings around is to stomp your feet on the ground. So now we can stand up I'm trying to be a camera person here too. So when you feel like you have a lot of anger, or if you're mad or something like that, you can take those feelings and then stomp on them and really just get them out by stomping into the ground. You can even jump up and down. But what that does is it helps to bring it helps to bring those emotions down and ground them into the ground. So jumping up and down, you could even jump on one foot and then on the other foot. Yeah, I love seeing all the jumping. And then you start to feel that things start to change and shift. And you start to get a little bit tired. But it feels really good to get that energy out. So keep on moving, keep on moving. Yeah, I see a lot of energy out there. That's a great thing to see. Good. Okay, and then you're gonna find stillness and stand in one position. And, okay, can you see me okay, Raduca?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So now we're gonna try to balance while we're standing on our feet. So imagine that you're gonna lift up as if you have little fireballs under that point, kidney 1. And the fireballs are so strong that they start to lift you up onto your toes. So high that you can actually even hold them there. So stay up high on your toes. And then see if you can lift one foot up, still on your toes on the other one. That's really hard to do. And then bring that foot down, and then still staying up high on your toes, lift the other foot up. Woo, that's hard to do. And then lower down, and then lower your feet down. Yeah, it's easy to fall. So it's a practice in balance. So now we're going to kind of use that similarly, and we're going to imagine that there is a seed, a little seed at that point that I showed you guys, kidney 1. And you're going to plant that seed in the ground. So you choose your favorite leg, and then see the seed that's in the foot, and then plant that seed into the ground. So now we want to grow that seed up into a tree. So now that seed is growing, and it's growing up your leg, and that leg is becoming very strong. Now lift up your other leg, and then catch your ankle with your hand. Plant that foot either above or below the knee on the trunk. Yeah. And then stand up nice and tall, like a tree. And then you can bring your hands in front of your chest, or you can let your hands grow out like branches. Oh, I see so many beautiful trees out there. I love it. Great. And if you fall out of it, just plant another seed and grow another tree again. There's so many seeds and trees that you can plant. Good. And then release, kick your foot out, and then plant it down. You guys can't see the top of me, so I'm going to bring that up a little. Okay. So now let's plant another tree with the other leg. So this might not be your favorite leg. So you might be a more wobbly tree, and that's okay. Plant your seed at kidney 1 down into the ground. Now lift up the opposite leg as you let that trunk of your tree grow really strong. And then catch the ankle of the foot that's lifted and plant it on the trunk. Once you feel stable there, and again, falling out is fun, and you can always just replant new seeds and regrow trees every time. There's unlimited trees. We can make a forest here. Once you feel stable here, then you can bring your hands in front of your chest. And if this feels stable, you can let your branches grow out really long. And then you become a full tree pose. Yeah, I see some hopping trees. I love it. So this is tree pose. Good job, you guys. And then release that leg and let it down. Great job, you guys. Those were really great trees. Okay, so is it okay if we go over a little bit? Yeah? If you guys have to leave, that's okay, but we'll go, otherwise we'll go over because we spent a little time setting up. All right. So let's go ahead and sit down again, and we're gonna find a comfortable position. So sitting in that cross-legged position that we sat in before. Great job, you guys. Is anybody sweating? I'm sweating. Well, I hope so. Okay, so our next point is called Ren 17. And this is in the center of your chest. So it sits right on top of your heart. And it's on top of a bone. There's a big bone in the center of your chest called the sternum. And that's where this point is. So we use this point when we want to move chi that's locked up inside of our hearts that has no way out. So also when we can't really breathe very well, or when we eat something that makes our tummy hurt and we burp a lot, or we have hiccups, or if we have a lot of feelings inside that we don't know how to talk about, we use this point to help unlock all of that chi that doesn't, it's often confused chi that doesn't know where to go. So what we're gonna do to unlock that and unlock the chi that's in here is we're gonna pound on that point. And we're not gonna pound hard, so we're not gonna hurt ourselves, but we're gonna pound on it, going, you know, one hand and then the other hand right on that bone. Now we're gonna couple that with a song. So I'm gonna choose a song that I hope you guys all know. If you don't, you can choose any other kind of song, but what you're gonna do is hum while you're pounding on your chest the song. And so I'm gonna choose Row, Row, Row Your Boat. And you guys can hum it along with me. All right, so here we go. And then you can take a nice deep breath. And what you might notice is that you might feel some tingles all over the place.
And you want a pillowcase?
What? Yeah, like that, Tanner.
I unmuted them for this because it's nice to hear everybody.
Do you guys want to do it again?
Yes, let's do it
Yeah,
again.
let's do it again. Okay. I think one person's still muted there.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, done it. Well, for some reason, Raquel, it's hard. Okay, it's good.
All right, so ready? Let's do it again. So we're gonna pound on our chest and we're gonna do row, row, row your boat. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Hopefully that felt good. Hopefully you feel some release of energy. And when energy and chi releases, you can feel tingling, or you feel heat, or there are all sorts of interesting sensations that come up in the body. All right. So now we're going to open up the chest even more and open up the heart even more. So we'll keep that chi moving and get into our hands. So we're going to slap our hands out in front of us. Yes, arms stretched out long. Good. Now get up onto your knees and still slap those hands together. And then go wider. Yeah, look at that. That's an open chest there. I think that's Tanner, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So like you're flapping your wings right now. Open and close, open and close. Yeah, just like that. Good. And now relax. Just let everything drop. And then feel that sensation in your fingertips. Can you feel all the different sensations? Probably feel tingly or something like that. So now you're going to take your hands behind your back as if you like clap behind your back. And then if you can do that easily, interlace your fingers so that every finger is crisscrossed over the other. And then straighten your arms. So straighten those elbows down. And then pull your shoulders back. And then pull the fists away from your back. Keep your neck straight so that you're looking straight ahead of you. And keep opening that chest. Now take a deep breath in. And then exhale and release. Let's not hurt anyone with that. All right, so let's try that one more time. Clasp your hands behind your back. Straighten your elbows. Pull your fists away. And exhale and release. Yeah. And that helps to move chi through the hands as well. So it moves everything through the heart meridian and out. Sometimes people can cry when they do any of these kinds of things. And that just means that the chi and the feelings are releasing and they're turning into water and they're pouring out of your eyes. And that's okay. That's a normal way that feelings and chi move around. All right. So, the last seated pose we'll do is we're going to take one corner of the mouth and the other corner of the mouth, and we're going to lift them up to our ears. Yeah. And we're smiling. My little trick to make you smile. Okay. So go ahead and sit down on your bums and bring your legs out in front of you. Let's see if we can. So that your toes are facing upwards towards the sky. Knees are straight. And then you're gonna bend over. You're gonna fold over your legs and try to touch your toes with your knees straight. It's okay if you can't do it. It took me a long time to do it. You can definitely feel the back sides of your legs when you do this. But if this is really, really easy, maybe you can touch your nose to your shins or your knees while your legs are still straight. And if you can't, that's totally okay. It took me 20 years to be able to do that. But it starts by starting now. Good, take a couple of deep breaths while you're still in this position and see if you can walk down even more and breathe deep into it. Good, and then release and come up. Shake your knees out. Good, and then come laying all the way down on your backs. So now you're gonna lay flat on your back. I'm gonna sit up so I can make sure you're doing it and also show you, explain what to do. So while you're laying down, you're gonna take one, let's all take the same knee. Does everyone know what right versus left is? I hope. So you're gonna take your right knee and bring it up into your chest and then hug the knee with both of your hands, but keep both shoulders down. Yeah. Now you're gonna take that knee, both shoulders are gonna stay down on the mat, but you're gonna take the knee over to the left side, crossing over your left knee so that maybe you can put the knee down on the floor. But keep both shoulders down so that your whole back is flat. Okay, let's see if I can do this on camera.
I think people are getting it.
Yeah? Okay, good. Good, and then you're gonna make your arms out like a T shape, so they're straight out beside you, and then you're gonna look over at your right hand. And then bring your knee back up into your chest and give it a little squeeze, and then release that knee down. Now take your left knee and bring it up to your chest and hug that knee in. Hug it in tight. And now cross that knee over to the right side of your body, over the right leg, but keep your left shoulder down. So your entire top part of your body is as if you're laying flat on the ground. Now take your arms out into a T and look over your left shoulder at your left hand. And take a nice deep breath. Good, and then come back up to center and then release that leg down onto the ground, and then keep both arms down by your sides, and we're gonna close our eyes for the final pose, and this pose is called Shavasana. Shavasana means corpse pose, and basically we're gonna act like we're corpses. We're gonna just not move a muscle. We're not gonna do anything but stay relaxed. So lay flat down onto your backs and relax. And as you relax, you're gonna imagine, so keep your eyes closed and use your imagination. So you're gonna imagine that there is a warm white light that's coming onto your feet, and it's warming your toes, it's warming your feet, it's going up your legs, warming everything as it goes, coming up to your tummy, warming your entire tummy, and then your chest, shoulders, and that light is traveling down your shoulders, down your arms, to your hands, relaxing everything as it's warming it up. And then the light travels back up the arms to the neck, including the front of the neck and the jaw. Let the tongue relax in your mouth. Let your eyes fall back in the sockets. Let yourself feel the warmth of the beautiful golden white light. And now that light circles all around your whole body, giving you peace and warmth inside. And now begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug while you're on the ground. And then roll over to your right side. And use your arms to push yourself up to a seated position facing me and the camera. And you'll sit up in that original position that we started in, easy pose, Sukhasana.
I don't care. I'm not paying attention to what you're doing.
And you'll bring your hands in front of your chest.
And it's eyes.
Close your eyes.
You're not looking and you're not paying attention.
And bow your head down. And I want to just remind you that you now know how to move and change your feelings. You can make yourself feel better just by moving chi around. So thank you guys for learning with me and being here today. Namaste.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
showing
you.
up. So I'll be here, I think, at the same time next week and every Tuesday. So please come again and we'll explore some new poses and new lessons. And it'll be fun to watch you guys grow your yoga practices. So thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. If you have any questions, I'm here. So
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you. Anybody has some questions or we can end? No questions.
It was wonderful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Raquel.
Thank you, Carol. Bye-bye.
Paducah. Bye, Michelle.